How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Steins Gate 0. And last time we were here, we had the most interesting thing happen. The first real just insanity has come around, where we kind of were with Okabe, we talked with Kurisu on Medeus a little bit. I had a choice that I struggled with. I don't know if it was an important choice or not. I think there was somewhere in there was an important choice. I don't know where it was, based on just your reactions. But the choice I struggled with was whether or not I talk to Amadeus or ignore Amadeus. And but then we moved forward. I did answer the phone with Amadeus. So, but then we proceed, and he talks about how he's not sure he wants to be part of the program anymore. And as we're leaving from our meeting with the doctor and Maho, we're like getting in the car to leave, and a psychopath comes out and starts shooting at us. And he starts like quoting like creepy scripture-like lines about like God does not, like, the soul will not live in the soul will not live in silicon, and just, you know, crazy people stuff. And he apparently couldn't feel pain, because even when he'd been horrifically mutilated by a car accident, he continued to try and come at us, and then had his head blown off by someone who we don't know who it was. So hopefully we're gonna find that out now. This part's starting off with Suzuha, so maybe she's the shooter who took him out, but I don't know. She seems a little out of it right now. There's a lot going on. I'm curious to learn more about it. So let's just jump right in and see what we can find. So, she felt dizzy. That's strange, Suzuha thought. She stopped moving. Since she was in the middle of the sidewalk, the other pedestrians looked irritated as they moved around her. That is weird. She took a deep breath and waited for a moment, but she still felt dizzy. Actually, she was finding it difficult to stand. Was she hallucinating, or was the whole world starting to get blurry? Well, that doesn't bode well. All the noise of the city around her suddenly felt very far away. It was like she was diving underwater. Was she poisoned? Was this the reading Steiner ability that Uncle Okabe had talked about? Was she trying to acquire it too? Oh, maybe she's got that virus. And then she realized how warm she felt. The truth hit her. Uh-oh. Oh, well, that would explain it too. She somehow managed to stagger back to the lab. Once again, though, like, getting the abilities of reading Steiner they did describe it as an illness, so maybe it is just that. It seemed she was worse off than she thought. If she would have fallen to her knees right there. Oh, hello, microphone. Sorry, wasn't quite where it should be. During the war and afterward, when she joined up with her dad's organization, she'd been hurt badly enough to go into a coma several times. Fetch. But this was the first time something like this had happened since she'd become a time traveler. Yeah. She looked up to the second floor. The lights were still on. She felt honestly relieved to know that her dad was there. She walked up the stairs. I have this terrible feeling something's gonna go horribly wrong. The door was unlocked. She didn't have the energy to speak, so she tried to silently take off her shoes, and then she tripped. Fetch, man. Get some rest. Oh. She fell forward.
Suzuha!
Daru was in the room. He saw her and ran over.
Daijoubu ka?
She rubbed her knee and tried to stand up, but she staggered again and fell into Taru's arms.
Doushita?
Oh, and I'll fetch. Curse you, hand. And Yuki's there. When she heard those voices, Suzuha finally realized that Yuki and Mayuri were also in the room. She'd let her guard down, she realized. Yuki seemed unconcerned by Suzuha's obvious unease. She walked over with a serious expression on her face.
Suzuha-san, おでこを貸してください.
Aww. Weird. But she's so sweet. Yuki brushed her bangs aside to put her own forehead up against Suzuha's.
Oh.
Suzuha's heart started pounding. I bet. She had a distant memory of her mother doing this before.
ひどい熱、大変だわ。
Daru put his big hand up to Suzuha's cheek as well.
Oh, 本当だ。
風邪かな。平気。こんなのすぐに治るから。
I'm sure it will.
無理すんなって。今すぐ横になるべきだろ、上皇。
And is it literally going to be doing this? An expression used to indicate that something is obvious or self-evident. Use can be traced back to at least 200 years. But really? Interesting. Figured. I guess it makes more sense though if this was for a Japanese audience and they didn't understand that.
そうですよ。それは分かってる。ちょっとだけ休ませてもらうよ。
Yeah. Oh, and she's out. Suzuha used the last of her energy to reach the sofa. She collapsed on top of it and closed her eyes. Calm down, she told herself.
まゆし、濡れタオル持ってくるね。
Oh, I hope she's not like fading out of time because I made a wrong choice or something. That's always the butterfly effect could be a part of that. Like, what if my like simple decision ended up making it so that for some reason it affected Daru getting married and having Suzuha?
橋田さん、鈴葉さんの着替えは？
こっち。みんなこの中に。
Uh-oh.
もちろん僕中を漁って、はあはあ、くんかとかしてないから。
Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. Sniff sniff, onomatopoeia used to describe an act of spelling, something often used in manga or the internet, favorite phrase of perverted gentlemen. Its origins are unclear, but its use has been seen as far back as a popular comic during the early 1800s. I'm learning a lot of weird, like some of the trivia seems like really interesting, but that's very strange. 2 bits of information.
風のウイルスを伝染させてやるよ、兄さん。
Suzuha kept her eyes shut as she complained.
適当に選んで着替えさせてあげても？
頼むよ。僕じゃそういうわけにもいかないから。
はい。
Oh, this is gonna be strange. As she listened to the conversation going on around her, Suzuha felt a cold towel on her forehead.
どう？
Aww, of course it's Mayuri.
悪いね、まゆ姉さん。気にしないで。
僕、ちょっと風邪薬買ってくるから、しばらくやろう。
いってらっしゃい。鈴葉さん、起きられますか？お兄さんが戻ってくる前に着替えだけ済ませてしまいましょう。
Yeah, but probably for the best. Aww, Suzuha opened her eyes. Yuki was standing over her and looking down.
いや、このままでいいよ。今までもそうしてきたし。
In fact, before Suzuha became a time traveler, there was many times where she'd been unable to rest even if she was sick. Many times she wasn't able to change clothes or even lie down. Compared to that, this was a lot nicer. I bet.
ダメです。風邪はひき始めが肝心ですよ。
This... I'm a little concerned. It's not a huge deal, but gosh darn it, like... At what point does Yuki start, like... I mean, they're gonna have a lot of similarities, but I guess you're not super aware of how you are, so like... I don't know. I think Suzuha will be okay, right? Like... Just because it's a very much more vulnerable Suzuha. I guess she could let something slip, though. That could be a problem.
でもじゃありません。早く脱いで。
Oh my gosh. Yuki was a little more forceful than usual as she tried to take Suzuha's clothes off. So with these scenes where I'm like, where is this leading? I'm almost scared to know. Suzuha jumped up, surprised.
わかった。やるよ。自分でやる。
Hopefully.
汗びっしょり。まゆりちゃん、乾いたタオルはある？ああ、はい、これ。
Yeah. Yuki took the towel that Mayuri had bought from the shower room and gently wiped the sweat off Suzuha's forehead and neck.
くすぐったい。
Oh no.
少し我慢してください。子供じゃないんだから。
It's so ironic you would say that.
けど、
Uh-oh. Suzuha shook as she was rubbed with the towel. She wasn't used to being touched, so this was the first time since she was very young that anyone had done this to her.
もういい。自分でやるってば。
Interesting.
別に遠慮しなくても。遠慮とかじゃないから。
Mm-hmm. It's just weird. Suzuha grabbed the towel from Yuki, trying her best to hide herself. In the case of the other two, she took off her clothes, wiped away the sweat. It's just one of those weird things. Like, it'd be like how would you not be like, yeah, this is my mom, and she's acting motherly, but like I'm not born yet, and it's weird. Her face felt really hot. She didn't know if it was because of the fever or not, but she was finding it difficult to think straight.
これでいい？はい、よくできました。あとはこれを着てください。
Mm-hmm. She grabbed the new pair of underwear and clothes from Yuki, still trying to hide herself. She put them on. When she lay back down on the sofa, Yuki put a blanket on her.
まゆりちゃん、このお部屋って洗濯機はないんだっけ？いつもそれで困るんだよ。まゆし、後でコインランドリーへ行ってくるね。
Sounds good.
そんなことまでしてくれなくていいってば。
Oh, come on, Suzuha. Let them baby you a little bit. You kind of need it.
こういう時はお互い様ですよ。
And to be fair, you know, considering she's a time traveler, like, it's kind of impressive that she hasn't gotten sick before this.
そうだよ、すずさん。お腹は空いてます？何か食べられそうですか？
Yeah. Trent just wants to sleep. Suzuha looked at Yuki, then Mayuri, and was about to mumble another refusal, but in the end she gave up and pulled the blanket up to her nose. There we go. This was really hard.
お腹はそんなに。でも薬を飲む前に食べておかないと。
Ah, fair
お
point.
かゆなんかどうかな。
Oh, that sounds like a great thing for when people are sick.
それいいね。
Do they sweeten rice porridge at all? Like, whenever I make like hot grain breakfasts, like multi-meal or oatmeal, like I always just had to add something like maybe a little honey or some brown sugar. Brown sugar is my favorite, but I don't know. I'm guessing rice porridge, especially in Japan, is probably very plain, which is why it's a perfect food for someone who's sick.
じゃあすぐに作りますから、ちゃんと寝ていてくださいね。
Aww. Maybe this will give her a good chance to just kind of relax a little.
ただいまだお。
Utada came back from the drugstore a while later.
疲れた。
Well, I know how you feel, my friend. He was really out of breath. Must have been running there and back. You're only exhausted because you never exercised, she thought to herself. But for some reason, the sight of her exhausted father made her happy, and she quickly shook her head.
ご苦労様、ダルくん。これからおかゆ作るんだ。
Aww. Really
それを
good.
食べたら薬を飲ませてあげてください。
They're such good people. Like this is such a good example of just like genuinely good people, right? It's awesome.
オキドキ。
Utada walked over to Suzuha as he answered.
具合はどうなん？
よくない。
Aww.
やっぱ疲れが溜まってたんだな。鈴葉が休んでるとこ見たことないし。
我ながら情けないよ。
No, it's not.
Watashi.
People get sick.
ここにいない方がいいかもしれない。
What?
え？
どこかで気が緩んでたんだ。父さんがいて、まゆ姉さんがいて、ルミ姉さんがいて、いつの間にか母さんまで。
I think you deserve a break.
そのせいで、時々任務を忘れそうになる。なんだか、この温かい時間がいつまでも続くんじゃないかって錯覚しそうになったり。
That's one of those things though, like, it's like, it would be hard. Like, I wanted to, like, be able to live in the moment, and, like, we all should try and do that, but at the same time, like, look at the doom she knows is hanging over all their heads. Like, could anybody really be calm knowing that within a decade, like, the whole world's going to turn upside down, the majority of the population's going to be dead? Like, how can you just sit there and just accept that and, like, enjoy, like, life as it is, knowing that that's on the horizon? And that's kind of a funny thing too, is like, don't we kind of know that, like, the world's going to change? I mean, whether it be climate change or war or just, like, rise and fall of various empires, governments, and social situations, like, the changes will come. Like, even if we have the most optimal of futures in the next decade, things can become dramatically different for us, no matter where we are. Like, places that seem peaceful may not remain so. Places that seem to be on top might not stay there. And places that are currently facing war might actually find some solitude. Change is inevitable. And so, like, how are we doing? Like, what are we just sitting back and letting it happen? I kind of am. If I'm honest, and if I have to be frank, it's because I hate just politics and such in general. Like, I'm kind of a coward in that regard because I barely share any opinions because I don't like it because there's always somebody jumping down my throat and trying to correct where they think I've gone astray about various topics, whether it be philosophy, religion, science, interpretation of scientific data, or anything of the sort. It's so frustrating and it's disheartening at times. But then, aren't I becoming part of the problem by not talking about things at all? You know? It sucks. It sucks to feel like we could be barreling our way towards this disastrous Beta Line's future. I mean, the Alpha Ward line, not super likely. Time travel's pretty much impossible. But where are we going to be in 10 years, you know? I hope it's not terrible. I hope we can continue to overall have good things be happening. Sometimes it can make it wonder if there's certain machinations in place that are just waiting to spill over into chaos. I don't want that to happen. But imagine knowing it was going to happen and you couldn't stop it, which is what Suzuha's got going for her. And that becomes infinitely worse. And so, like, should she let herself relax? Yeah and no. I don't know.
このまま戦争なんて起きないんじゃないかってふと考えてしまったり。
Be nice.
普通の女の子と同じような暮らしに憧れてしまいそうになったり。
それのどこが悪いって言うん？
When Daru spoke, his face was actually serious for once, and he was looking straight into Suzuha's eyes. It was the face of a father she knew so well, the man who was always there for her.
ここを出てどこへ行くつもりなんだよ。
それはマシンの中とか。
あんなところにずっといられるわけないだろ。
でも
あんなところに娘をずっと置いておけるわけないだろう。
Yeah.
父さん。
For a moment, Suzuha was about to cry. She squeezed the blanket as hard as she could to stop herself. Suzuha, you broken girl. It's heartbreaking. She wasn't allowed to be a person, like a normal girl. She wasn't allowed to go to school and date guys and find out what she actually likes in life. She literally had to live and grow up in a world of war and death. And now she's in a world of peace and comfort. And she's only just thinking about the possibility of living a normal life. Kind of like Suzuha, sometimes it feels like the cruelest fates are the ones where the innocent are saddled with terrible, terrible weights. Kids who get stuck in homes of abuse and fear. Kids who get caught up in gas attacks in Syria, or who are found wasting away in hot vehicles that are left in the sun while their parents decide to go shopping for 30 minutes. That inner child just die. I know I'm getting a little preachy here and all that, but it hurts the most when the innocent are the ones that suffer. It's bad enough when, we make poor decisions to hurt us, but when those decisions don't actually hurt us but hurt other people, especially kids, never deserved it, never get a shot at having a normal life because of it. I've never even experienced any of this stuff in my life, but I met kids whose parents got taken in a drunk driving accident where the drunk driver walked away, took the entire, snuffed out those child's future, doomed them to a life in the foster system, which it's nice that we have one. It's not all death and destruction in there and all terrible, but they didn't deserve that. Suzuha didn't deserve what she has to go through. And then... of course. And that's slaying the act of responding seriously to a post without joking around or posting memes. Story of my life, by the way. I like to try and pretend, or I try and engage in joke posts and meme posts, but I ultimately take things all too seriously. And it's part of why I like visual novels and all that, because I take all this very seriously. Look at me, I was on the brink of tears just a few minutes ago. And it's just, I don't know. I'm stupid like that. I wish I could be comedic. I wish I understood comedy well enough to be able to really be entertaining, The channels that got me to visual novels to begin with were definitely more comedy driven, and I've always, enjoyed that, but I just don't think it's me. I'm just too serious of an individual. But I'm incredibly genuine. And maybe that's something I can be proud of, is being able to express true emotion for something even fictional. But of course, he has to make it not serious at all.
とにかく僕は可愛い子と一緒にいられるのが嬉しくて、こっそりハーハーしたりクンカクンカするのが楽しみなのだぜ。
I don't know whether to laugh or be creeped out. How about both?
特に風で汗まみれになってる女の子は大好物です。
Ugh.
やめて。
Exactly. It's like, yeah.
だったら早く直すといいよ。僕にハスハスされるのが嫌だったらね。
わかったよ。
It's sweet in a creepy way. Suzuha whispered back a response, then turned away from Ataru and pulled the blanket closer.
もしかして今の僕の言葉でトラウマ解消しちゃった？好感度アップ。
バカなこと言ってると治ってからひどい目に遭わせるよ。
ブーツ履いてゴリゴリ踏んづけるとかそういう？
No, she'll shoot you with the foot.
指と爪の間にいろいろ刺す。
Ow.
それだけはマジで勘弁してください。すみません。
No, please, no pain. She could smell the pleasant scent of Mayuri and Yuki's cooking from the kitchen.
なあ、鈴葉。そろそろ教えてくんないかな。毎日何をしに出かけてるん？僕にも手伝えることあるかもしんないし。
後で二人きりになったら話すよ。
あ、うん。それでもいいけど。
まゆ姉さんには聞かせられない話なんだ。
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. She's looking for, not Kagami, it's Kagiri? I can't remember her name. It's the adoptive daughter. We all know that. It's been a while since I've seen her name. Yeah, there was no way she could tell me, Yuri. 3 days later. Oh, fetch. That's a pretty song. Suzuha was still sick. Yuki came over every day with Mayuri to check on her. Because of this, Suzuha was able to eat nutritious food and her fever had gone down. Now all that was left was getting her strength back. But still, Yuki kept telling her she needed to lie down. This meant that, for better or for worse, Suzuha spent the whole day on the sofa half asleep. Somewhere in her half-awake mind, she heard a terribly off-key tune. Oh, it did sound that off-key to me. It doesn't sound off-key, maybe off-tempo. Since she also heard the sound of falling water, it was probably coming from the shower room.
これ何の歌だっけ？ねえ、母さん。
Suzu had heard it when she was very young. Her mother had been singing it, just like she was now. But what exactly was the song about? She just couldn't remember.
もう起きなきゃ。いつまでも寝てられない。
But even when she tried to open her eyes, they just wouldn't move. Her body must have needed more rest. Maybe Yuki was right and she needed to lie down some more. She moaned and twisted slightly. When she did, the blanket fell off to the floor. She didn't feel like she had the energy to pick it up. What on earth is she sick with? She could sense someone standing up from the desk where she had taught her always uses the PC. Whoever they were, they came over and put the blankets back on.
まゆ姉さんの匂い。
Weirdly, Mayuri always smelled good even when she wasn't using perfume. It was a slightly sweet smell, like pale white flower. It was a scent that had held her all night on that distant day in the future when she'd lost her mother. Suzuha pulled her legs inside the blanket and grabbed onto her knees, like a baby in the womb. Memories went in and out of her mind as she lay there half asleep. Oh no.
ママは
Kagari,
痛い思い
Kagari.
とかしたのかな。苦しい思いとかしたのかな。
She suddenly remembered what Kagari had said to her after they traveled through time. "2036, the day when she'd left. At the last second, Mayuri had looked at Suzuha and Kagari inside the time machine and smiled. It was just like the gentle smile on Suzuha's mother's face when she'd died protecting her daughter. The smile of knowing that it was worth it.
Suzu-san, 起こしちゃった？ちょっと前から起きてた。何か食べる？
After she said yes, Suzuha snapped back to reality. She was getting weaker. When she realized that, she forced her sick body off the sofa. Her head shook and she had to stop herself from falling forward, but she grabbed the back of the sofa and managed to stand on her own 2 feet.
ダメだよ。そんな急に起きちゃう。もう平気。迷惑かけたね、まゆ姉さん。迷惑だなんて、そんなことないよ。
Mayuri went to the kitchen and turned on the burner, underneath one of the pots. The sounds and smells of bubbling stew filled the whole lab. Mayuri mixed it with a ladle and stopped it for once in a while to taste it. She turned toward Suzuha and smiled.
大成功だよ。
Yay!
まゆ姉さんが作ったの？ゆきさんのおかげで、まゆしーの腕はめきめき上達しているのです。兄さんは？メイクインに行ったよ。その後はバイトなんだって。そっか。ダルくんがいないからって夜出かけようとか思ってるでしょう。ダメだよ。平気じゃないよ。そういうこと言うとユキさんに叱ってもらっちゃうから。
I'll have Yuki get mad at you. It's like Mayuri's just incapable of genuinely being mad at someone.
私がどうかしたの？
Uh-oh. The curtain to the bathroom opened and Yuki came out. Her skin was just a little flush.
すずさんがね、寝ていてくれないのです。まあ、ダメですよ、すずはさん。あと1日、おとなしくしていること、いいですか
Aww. Suzuha's answer was less than enthusiastic, but she gave in to Yuki's glare and sat back down on the sofa.
はい、そのまま横になって。わかったよ。
She's fine. She pouted and slumped down onto the sofa, then pulled the blanket on top of her. Suzuha was capable of talking back to Big Sis Mayuri, but she would never be able to talk back to Yuki. 何? Yeah, what? And why'd the music stop?
すずさんって、そうしてると可愛いなーって思って。
Aww.
今の姿をダルくんに見せたら、ちょっと危ないかも。
Uh-oh.
そうだね。時々、本当に兄弟なのかなって思うことあるし。
Of course we are! Why wouldn't we be?
気持ち悪いこと言うな。あれれ、すずはさん、もしかして照れてます？
Oh, fetch. Not for that reason.
照れてなんかいない。本当に？当たり前だろ。なんで私が。と言いつつ照れてるすずさんって、やっぱり可愛いね。
But sending the wrong message! This is going to sabotage things. No!
萌えだね。萌え。
Boy.
うるさいな。
Shut up. Suzuha couldn't say anything, so she just had to turn away.
さてと、まゆしはそろそろアルバイトに行かなきゃ。シチューは食べていかないの？アルバイトの帰りにもう一回ここに寄るつもりなんだ。その時に食べようかと思って。
Stew sounds really nice, actually. Love putting it in a crock pot. Crock pots are the best thing ever. If you've never used one before, get one. They're so good, and they make cooking really easy. If you've never cooked anything in your life, start with a crock pot.
じゃあサラダか何か作っておいてあげる。一緒に食べて。ありがとうユキさん。楽しみにしてるね。
Now this is gonna be interesting now. Suzuha and Yuki all by themselves together. Mayuri told Suzu one more time that she needed to keep lying down, then left with the May Queen Nanyan. Yuki went to the kitchen, added a few seasonings to the stew Mayuri made, and then turned off the burner.
あ、そうだ、鈴葉さん、汗かいてるでしょ。食事の前に体拭いておきましょうか。
Oh man, she's so nice.
いいって言ってるじゃないか。
Yuki wanted to do stuff like that every day, and each time Suzuha frantically refused.
シャワーは無理でもちゃんときれいにしておかなくちゃ。昨日も一昨日もやったんだからいいって。1週間や2週間くらい放っておいても死ぬわけじゃないし。
1
週間ってそんなのダメですダメです。
It's so funny because they so oddly are kind of like mother-daughter, yeah, but so not at the same time. Oh man, this is weird. Time travel makes things funny. Yuki hurried into the shower room. Oh no.
あのさ、自分でできるから。そういうこと言う人に限っていつまでもやらないんですよね。そんなことダメです。
Gee, Yuki's a force to be reckoned with. She's just a slow crawl of inevitability. Yuki came back with a bowl filled with hot water and a towel. She could be stubborn when she got this way. Suzu had learned that well over the past 3 days. Yuki was just like the mother she remembered. She slowly and uneasily stood up. And then she took off her top, trying her best not to let Yuki see her skin.
女の子同士なんだからそんなに恥ずかしがらなくても。
Wouldn't she have scars and stuff? Like, didn't she say she got shot, like, repeatedly?
構わないだろ、別に。背中だけ私が拭いてあげますね。いい、子供じゃないんだからできる。でも、ちゃんと拭けないと思うし。いいってば！
Yuki seemed a little shocked, but she quickly handed over the hot, wet towel.
ごめんなさい。触られるのが嫌な人もいますよね。私こそ悪かった。大きな声出したりして。
There's just nothing else to say this. It's just weird.
お湯、テーブルの上に置いておきますから。夕飯の支度しちゃいます。
Yuki walked off, dejected. Once Suzuha saw that she was focused on finishing the cooking, she slid behind the curtains into the back part of the room. She used a towel and washbowl to wipe herself down. She couldn't let Yuki see her body. There were scars both old and new all over her, and burn marks that might never heal. Okay, yes, I was right. To her, these wounds were like medals from vicious battles she survived, and she didn't care who saw them. But she didn't want to let the mother who'd given birth to her, or rather, would give birth to her, see them. Especially not the dozens of pale white marks around her breasts. Yeah, that seems very not great. Whatever that could be. She still remembered the nightmarish day. The bullets which had killed her mom had lost their power as they passed through her organs, but still managed to dig into Suzuha's skin. Oh gosh. And when they did, they were covered in her mother's blood and flesh. The scars would probably never heal completely. To Suzuha, they were her mother's grave. Oh my gosh. Fetch, man. Jeez. Could you get... That's just horrifying. She shook her head and tried to get the nightmare out of her mind. She shook her bottoms off, too, and wiped herself clean all the way down to her toes. Then she put on a new pair of underwear. It was only after she finished putting on her newly clean clothes that she felt human again. That's true. Sometimes when you're sick, just cleaning, getting a shower or something, like you come out and you feel so much better. When she came back, Yuki is putting bowls filled with stew and salad onto the table. Their eyes met, and the awkward silence filled the room.
できました。
Yuki broke the silence first.
うん、ありがとう。どのくらい食べますか？いや、いいよ。それくらいは私がやる。
Suzuha put just enough stew and salad for her meal onto her plate. They made a plate for Yuki as well. Excuse me.
すみません。いや、こっちこそ食事の用意なんてさせて悪い。具合が悪い時はお互い様と言ったはずですよ。食べ終わったらちゃんと薬も飲んでくださいね。
Yep. The two sat on the sofa and filled their mouths with stew and salad. The stew had a mild, gentle flavor. Felt like something Mayuri would make.
ずいぶん上達したでしょ、まゆりちゃん。缶詰をただ温めただけとか、そういうわけじゃないんですよ。
Suzuha's got the most adorable face right now. Oh my gosh. Oh man, it's so like they do a good job of like making their face structures very similar. It's so interesting.
大したもんだね。
Yeah.
鈴葉さんもやってみません？教えますよ。私はいいよ。柄じゃないし。
You're not the type to cook?
そんなことないと思いますけど。まあ、いつかね。いつかっていう人は結局最後までやらないんですよ。
People say someday, never doing it, you know. That's actually pretty wise.
それ、さっきも似たようなこと言ってた。
Yeah, she did. But it's true. You know, it's the whole concept of seize the day, you know? You can say that you want to do stuff all you want, but taking action, it's the hardest step, but if you can do it and you can keep maintaining yourself, that's really the key to success.
そうでしたっけ？うん。
And then the conversation ceased for a time. Suzuha slurped down her stew. She had terrible manners and tried to come up with something to talk about. This time it was Suzuha's turn to break the silence. After what she'd remembered, she couldn't bear to be silent around Yuki.
さっきの歌だけどさ、あれ、なんだっけ？歌？シャワールームで、ほら。もしかして歌ってました？
Didn't even know.
恥ずかしい。下手なのに歌うの好きだからつい口ずさんじゃうんですよね。
I'm a terrible singer, but I love to sing. Kind of me too. Like, or voice acting. Like, I'm a terrible voice actor, but I love it. I love the concept of it and wish I could do more.
別に上手い下手なんて気にしなくていいと思うけど、何の歌だったか思い出せなくてさ。実は私もなんですよ。印象的なところだけ覚えてるというか、子供の頃に流行った教育番組の歌か何かだとは思うんですけど。
Oh gosh, she has no idea.
役に立てなくてすみません。鈴葉さんはいつ頃あの歌を？私も子供の時かな。母さんがよく歌ってくれたよ。
Oh snap.
優しそうな人ですもんね、鈴葉さんのお母さん。
She really is. The conversation flowed so naturally that she didn't think about how she responded. Yeah, she kind of freaked out here, but she's like, wait, a second later she realized what she'd said, then she stared at her mother.
どうしました？私の母さん。どういうこと？
Yeah.
どういうことって、おとといお見かけしまして。
Oh, she actually saw Daru's mom. Oh, my heart skipped a beat there for a second. I was like, what the?
ですから、おとといここを訪ねていらしたんです。
Uh-oh. That could be bad.
そんなバカな。お母さんが来たらおかしいんですか?
Suzuha, think. She's thinking that you're siblings with Daru.
だって。
It means your grandma. There was no way she could say that her mother was right in front of her. Confused, she fell silent. Yuki, for her part, must have come to some conclusion about the reason for Suzuha's reaction. She started to stammer and fidget.
ごめんなさい。
Why? What? No, What? No.
私、何も知らなくて。もしかして、お母さんとの間に何か?
Okay.
いや、喧嘩をして家出してるとか? そういうわけじゃ。今にして思えば、なんか変ですよね。お母さんたら、橋田さんには着替えや差し入れを持ってきていたのに、鈴葉さんには何も。
Yeah, ooh, this is a bit of a problem.
と、兄さんに着替え？差し入れ?
Go on, Suzuha, come on, think. You're normally so quick on the take. I know you're sick, but come on.
はい。
Suzuha thought as hard as she could and finally reached an answer.
あ、そうか。
Thank goodness. Yuki was talking about Ataru Hishida's mother. In other words, Suzuha's grandmother, who'd she never seen except in pictures. But since she'd told Yuki that she was Ataru's brother, it was natural she'd make the wrong assumption.
どうしました? なんでもない.
If Ataru had said even a word to her about it, this wouldn't have happened. Stupid. She'd have to give him a lecture later. While Suzuha was thinking about talking to her dad was going to get, Yuki had already started to sympathize with her imagined plight.
鈴葉さん、私、いつでも相談に乗りますからね。何でも話してくださいね。
She's like about to burst into tears. Yuki, it's okay, I promise. For some reason, her eyes were starting to well up.
ありがとう。
Suzuha didn't know how to react to this, but she felt a little embarrassed.
やっぱり優しいんだな、母さんは。
Yeah, she is. Just like she told Ataru, this place was too comfortable. She was trying to imagine that this life could continue forever. But sending this brief happy time beyond the horizon of the world line was supposed to be Suzuha's mission. If she didn't, this world would be destroyed. Well, we're back to Okabe, which I really want to do. Meowster, oh gosh, this place again. Nyan Nyan has gotta be the weirdest. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know if I want to go to Japan, I've got to try going to May Cafe, but I know I'm just gonna be horrifically uncomfortable the entire time. Like, there's no way I wouldn't be just internally cringing and just want to shrivel up and die inside. I mean, sure, it's a sweet and it's like fun to imagine it, but like, I think in reality, I don't know. It's not. I already know it's not gonna be for me, but I have to try it because I have to be able to say I tried it. Just kind of like getting like a super hot like chicken wing or like, I don't know, doing other stupid stuff. It's like you just do it because you want to be able to say you did it. But anyway, that was a very interesting episode. Very heavy on Suzuha, which makes sense. Like, Suzuha really is taking a center stage in this visual novel for good reason, and so it was really nice to be able to see this more vulnerable side to her, and also to see Yuki in her element. Getting some close calls here. I'm gonna guess that Yuki's gonna eventually kind of put all the pieces together and figure out that Suzuha maybe is not her daughter, but that she's not, at the very least, that she's not actually the sister. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up putting it all together eventually. Yuki can be a little, how do you put it? She has her head in the clouds, but I feel like she's sharp. Like, she really is sharp and quick on the uptake, so it wouldn't be surprising. She'd probably think it's crazy, but she might have the thoughts occur to her that Suzuha might be a time traveler of some kind. Or at the very least, that she's not, like, not of this world. But maybe her instincts will kick in and she'll somehow recognize that Suzuha's her daughter. That'd be crazy. But anyway, other than that, I'm excited to see where we go from here. I'm excited to see what happens from here on out. And as we continue to explore more in depth these characters, we'll hopefully start to see some solved mysteries coming up. Especially with the man who was like snooping around the time machine. The sniper who took out the crazy person. And the crazy person! Like, where the heck did he come from? And I'm sure he's not the last. You don't get thoughts and ideas, like cult-like ideas like that by yourself, so, well, at least not very often. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. I appreciate you spending your time with me and sharing this journey with me, as always. It's a pleasure doing it. It's a pleasure having you here, and I can't wait for the next one. So thank you so much, and until the next video you're watching me or happen to see me in next, see you there.